Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Welcome back to another City Skylines episode. My name is Sports Monkey, and we are back here again for another City Skylines video. This is a special edition video for today. I would like to get into the new City Skylines Airport DLC. I was provided an early access code by Paradox Interactive to post videos and just to talk about the new DLC. And they did give, like I said, they did give me the early access code. So for today, I want to go through how to build an airport in Cities Skylines Airport DLC. So this is not going to be an exact tutorial. I have everything already unlocked. As you can see, achievement wise, everything is unlocked at the bottom of the screen. I just want to go over what you can possibly build with this new airport DLC. This is not going to be the prettiest airport in the world. You know, that's when people, you know, talk to Biffa or, you know, City Planner Plays. Anyways, so let's get started on what to do. So this is not going to be a perfect tutorial. I'm just showing off what comes with the City Skylines DLC. So the very first thing you actually want to do when you're creating the City Skylines Airport DLC airports is I flattened a lot of land ahead of time. The reason behind that is because, well, it needs a very flat surface. So I already did that ahead of time. And also, one more tip. If you click off my video after this, fine, but you need to know this one tip. The 81 tile mods messes this DLC up, and you will not be able to use 81 tiles in City Skylines anymore until the mod gets fixed. So that is just giving you a heads up. Now let's get started on this airport. Just like your parks, just like your industries, you need to paint a district. Now you can see that there is soil availability, and that is going to be, if you do not have the unlimited soil mod on, that is going to be, you're going to be limited soil wise by how much you can use. You can actually buy some and you can actually sell soil. It's kind of interesting how that goes. So you guys have seen a painted district. I'm going to fast forward this. Okay guys, so now that we have painted the industry, this is going to be where our airport is going to take place. The first thing we want to do is we need to figure out what terminal are we going to build. So we have a few different options right now. We have the classic terminal, which is a single level. We have a two-story terminal, which you can have an arrival and departures road. And then you also have the classic large terminal. Now, I'm just going to go with, I believe I'm going to go with this one, the classic two-story terminal. And since this is our very first terminal we're going to build, we're just going to try it and see what happens. So I'm going to put this terminal right out here because we know already, based on the preview of the City Skylines trailer and stuff like that, these airports are going to be huge. So let's get started on a terminal. Okay guys, so here's our terminal. Now if you go to the bottom, you can click Concourse. So a concourse is where the jet bridges or jet stands connect to the actual airport itself. So what I want to do is I'm going to create kind of like a backwards C. So if I can go 2070 this way and just about 2070 the other way, we want to keep it, how do I explain this? We want to keep it kind of uniform. If anybody's ever seen any of my City Skylines videos before, just keep everything very tight. And just for the most part, just make sure that everything kind of stays orderly. So we want to go 27 units. So this is kind of like a backwards C, like I said. C for, I don't know, I was going to say C for love, but that doesn't work. It was kind of like a joke. Anyways, so let's get started on the different aircraft stands. So if you've ever gone to an international airport, you see different size aircraft. So what an airplane stand is, we're going to put the small ones over here. So this is going to be where our regional jets hang out. So these plane stands, we're only going to build 3 for the time being, or we could fit 4, but let's just put 3 for the time being. These small train stands that you see here, they will have much smaller regional jets. By the way, I'm going to pause it. They will have much smaller regional jets, and as you'll notice as time goes on that you'll see these smaller jets that do appear. So we have 3 regional jet areas. Now we're going to build, we do have room for a bunch more. So let's go, we're gonna put our I think I wanna put our large aircraft stands over here since they are the largest. Now you can place these all along the concourse and you can place them as close as possible. Now let me put a disclaimer, since I already have everything unlocked, I am gonna put medium plane stands over here, but since I have everything unlocked, I highly suggest you do not build your airport this quickly. Again, this is just for showing everybody the new DLC and just what it has to offer. So now that we have all of our concourses, we have all of our plane stands in place. Again, we're just keeping this very small for the time being. What we need to do next is we need to build a runway. Now, a runway at minimum has to be at least, so over 49 units. So nope, that's still too short. So it has to be over 55 units or over $3,300. Now, where do we want to put this runway? Well, I want to place it going, I want the planes taking off and going towards the ocean. So I am going to see this 1 star. That is actually what I'm going to kind of aim for. So I'm going to just go from here all the way out to here. And we're going to go 128 units. I don't think a runway needs to be this big, but again, you can adjust it as wide as you want. Look at, I can have a 232 unit runway. Anyways, now the next thing you're going to notice is these 2 blue arrows on each side of the runway. And basically what's going to happen is planes are going to come over here. This is where they're taking off. They're going to turn on here and take off. The arrows at the other end are going to, this is where they're landing and getting off the runway. So they have designated areas where they get on and off the runway. So what we need to do next is all of these roads need to be a one-way system. So essentially you do need to do something like this. We need to have a one-way road coming off of the, there we go, coming off the runway. So now we have a road going off the runway and going to the left. Now we're going to need to do something similar, but going to the right. Again, remember, this is just a giant one-way road system. And one of the other things I noticed that we'll show you before is some of these roads are a little temperamental. I'm not saying they're bad in any way, shape, or form. You just have to work with the nodes. For example, I'm just going to go, this isn't what we're actually going to do, but okay, it's actually working. Okay, so never mind, these do work. Okay, so now, what we're gonna do, sorry about that node. Okay, I was complaining about the nodes for no reason. So what we need to do now is we need to connect our plane stands to the actual taxiway. So I'm just going to move all these going this way and just have them go up like this. Oh, wait, we want to go a little past that, little bit. So now see, okay, so see, this is the issue I tried to bring up 2 seconds ago. So see how the nodes do not fit and it's kind of a slight diagonal. If you're playing Cities Skylines PC, you can move that node a little bit just to straighten it out, because I don't know what it is about it, but the nodes are a little bit off. Now, I will admit, I am playing the Cities Skylines Airport DLC. I'm playing the beta version. That is, if everybody that's watching Biffa play this, or City Planner plays, we're all playing what's called the beta version. So it's not the complete version. So the nodes might be slightly off. I'm not sure if it'll actually be like this in the final product, but let's keep starting and keep building our airport up. So we have, all right, so far so good. We have our one-way and planes can get in and out, and basically it's a one-way system like I mentioned before. So we want to do the same thing going up for the planes in our regional jet area. Now this is where I kind of mentioned that the nodes get a little tricky, so we're going to have kind of a diagonal one. It's going to be diagonal. Now in an airport you really don't see diagonal. Everything in an airport is honestly pretty grid-like, just to be honest with you, but you know, that will work okay. Now remember, for our one-way system we need our planes, it's a one-way. It has to be one way. There is no other way. There is honestly no other way to actually get your airplanes to move throughout the airport. So you have to follow the rules. All right, so we have that. Now planes, all right, we want to do this. We want to bring this road down over here. Now, I also want to put a disclaimer. Remember when I mentioned that like the airport, you kind of don't want to make it too big. You also want to leave room to expand the airport, like for cargo and whatnot. But overall, this is a solid, this is not the most beautiful layout, but this will work for the time being. The bones of the airport have been created, and that is all we're really looking for in this video. So now that we have that in place, we have to build an air traffic control tower. Now, I would like to actually build one right on this corner. Can I go on the corner? Okay, I'm gonna build it right on that corner. Now, what the air traffic control tower does is it monitors airspace. What's really interesting though, it doesn't show us what it actually does. Like I wish there was some meaning to it besides it's an air traffic control tower, but whatever. That's completely okay. Again, this is trial by fire, and we're building different things for the airport, and we're just seeing what they look like. What is this? Ultra modern okay, so it's a different concourse. So as you'll see, we have a couple different things over here. It is a small hangar. Let's see what they look like. I'm gonna build a couple of these and just kind of see what they exactly do. So we have two small ones and a large hangar. So let's just see what these do. Okay, so my problem with the trailer was I don't know exactly what they do. Okay, so it says hangars increase your airport's attractiveness. And what I think that goes off of is I don't think we have it yet. Okay, so we don't have an airline yet, but I believe when you create your own airline in Cities Skylines Airport DLC, when you create your own custom airline, that the attractiveness of the airport is what matters. When creating ticket, when you're charging tickets for this airline and whatnot. So how much it actually costs for the passengers to actually pay for a flight out of here. So to also increase the attractiveness of the airport, they have small parked planes. That is exactly what they title them. Basically, these are airplanes on a plane stand that are here just to look pretty. I know that sounds weird, but it is what it is. Now, I'm not hating on it by any means. I'm just explaining exactly what the purpose of these. So we just built a few things to make this airport more attractive. We added a couple planes on the plane stands. We have a small and medium size park plane. We could get a bigger plane. Let's just, for fun, again, this is not supposed to be beautiful by any means, so please relax when you're like, hey, this is not the prettiest thing in the world. Just please relax. It will, I promise you it will be okay. We're gonna build a beautiful airport in the DLC, just not today. Let's just see what the large plane looks like. Wow, that actually looks really cool. This is a 747-8, and that is pretty cool. Okay, so now that we've made our airport pretty and we have the bones of our airport in place, what else are we able to add to this area? Now, we have an airport bus station. Now, here is something interesting. The airport bus station has to be connected to the airport terminal itself. So let's just click on that. And obviously this is going to interact like a normal bus hub that we already have in Cities Skylines, but it's obviously specific for the airport. Very cool. It looks nice, and what's really cool about these hubs is that it's already connected to the airport. So it's kind of like using your metro, or like remember the previous Cities Skylines airports that the underground metro is already connected? Well, this is basically the same principle. It's connected. So we do have an elevated metro station here, right here. This one's probably going to be deleted because I'd rather just have trains instead of metro, or we could build a smaller metro line. But this is the metro train station, airport train station. Oh, there's an airport in the name. Okay, so it is officially the airport metro station. It looks really good. There's two places to connect. Like I said, I really don't want this one in my airport just yet. I know, again, we're not going for beauty, but anyways, this is the train station, the airport train station, and it looks really cool. And I'm very curious. Like, it looks awesome. And look, you can see shades of sun and stuff like that. That's really cool. It looks really nice. All right, let's keep going. Again, this video is just about showing off exactly what this has to offer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward this, and I'm going to basically these two buildings to the left and the right. It is the museum and it is the airport headquarters. They need an actual road layout. So I'm just going to quickly add a road layout here and kind of just fill everything in between after that. So give me 1 second. Okay guys, so this is now our airport DLC road layout. And what we're going to do is we're going to add those couple buildings that I mentioned before. So this is the airport museum, and then this is going to be our airline headquarters building. Now I would like to put them right next to each other, and that looks pretty cool. So what these buildings do is they're going to bring tourists, which is, you know, the museum I can understand. Okay, the museum has tourists, I understand that, but I don't understand why the airline headquarters is I don't understand why it attracts guests, but hey, it still looks great, and I have literally no issues with that, and it looks awesome. So not complaining in any way, shape, or form. I just don't understand why. Yeah, if we went to the American Airlines headquarters, I'm assuming that they would not allow us to I'm assuming they would not allow us to you know, I don't know. They would not allow us to basically enter their headquarters and hang out. That's all I'm trying to get at. So what I'm looking for right now is I do know that we did unlock a park. We do have new oh wow, we do have new, whoa, we do not need brush strength that quickly or that huge. But they do have new trees, and I'm not going to dig too deep into them right now, but they do have new trees that they did unlock. And right now I'm going to search for the park that we unlocked with the new Cities Skylines Airport DLC. So give me 1 second. Okay guys, so we are back, and I did find the new Cities Skylines Airport DLC park. It is called the helicopter park. There is a bird with the helicopter turbine wing, or whatever you want to call it, in its mouth. Okay, so what we're going to do, so basically a lot of guests are going to be in this area right here. What we want to do is, I know I'm not going to do this in front of you, but we're going to add parking lots and other detailing when we get done and whatnot. So okay, so far we've built a lot of things so far. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anything. Okay, we do have a couple things. Okay, we have a few things that we are missing right now. So what is this? This is an airport lounge, a place that will where passengers can relax after a long flight and place along the concourse. So we can't obviously place it on the road, but we can place it on the concourse itself. I'm gonna place it right there. So basically, you can add this little addition to the airport. Obviously, it adds to the attractiveness of your airport, but it's adding to the concourse itself. That's something I did not know until just a few seconds ago. Then what are these other two buildings? So we have a luxury hotel, which we'll place, no, I don't want to place it right along the concourse. We'll place that here. And then we also have a budget hotel, which we're going to place along this road. Now this road is going to get a little busy, but you know, we don't know how the traffic will react to these buildings. So I guess we'll find out. This is trial by fire. So this is the luxury hotel, and it costs $128 a week. That seems pretty cheap. And then we have the budget hotel. Wait, time out. Why is the budget hotel $720 a week? I don't get that. Anyways, whatever. We're going to keep moving. That makes literally no sense at all. Now we have an aviation fuel station. Okay. Now, I don't know exactly how the fuel station works, but I'm going to put it at the bottom of this area of our taxiway. So we do need to find our taxiways. Let's go back as we were scrolling. We do need to find that, and there it is. So I want to place the taxiway over here. So not the taxiway, the gas station, basically. Yeah, so the aviation fuel. So I want to place that right here. Now, I don't actually know if this needs a road or not, but I'm going to add one anyways. Like, you can see that there are trucks, so I'm going to add a one-way road to it. I honestly, guys, this might be a massive waste of time. I don't know, because this is such a new DLC. So, oh, and I have to connect the mod. I will use the move it tool to adjust that. That does look ugly. There you go. I don't know if the if the aviation fuel system station rather needs to be connected to a road or not, but I guess we'll find out as time goes on. But also, this is here's my big first major mistake is if I wanted to extend out this terminal, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. But that's okay. That's not a huge deal. Anyways, so far I think we have everything that we need to build for the airport DLC. I'm not doing cargo today. Oh, we also have an airport fence. So I'm not going to build a fence all the way around this to waste your time. I really do not want to waste anybody's time looking at the fence and doing the whole fence. But this is what the airport fence looks like when it is zoomed in. Oh, wow. It looks really cool. It kind of reminds me, it looks like a real airport fence, but it also kind of reminds me of a fence that you'll see in front of like jails and stuff, but it looks awesome. Very cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start to detail this and kind of just connect everything up and just to see how it turns out. So again, I need to add water, electricity, and I'm going to add everything else and just kind of see how the Cities Skylines Airport DLC kind of just works. And we'll see it in action and we'll see if we can add to it and see what's going on. So be right back, guys. Okay guys, so welcome back. Now some things have filled in our airport area. We obviously are still waiting for our airport to grow a little bit, but let me just go through a few things. I did add some parking lots and some of the new DLC trees. The palm trees look absolutely amazing. What I have noticed is that the commercial districts have tourist type buildings that are created, which is completely fine. It looks good. So just to let you know that these are going to be tourist buildings. So basically, if you think about this, we have two tourism buildings over here. We have the museum and we have the airline headquarters. So that means this is going to be a tourist type district. So maybe tourism in general, you might want to build near the airport. So we have, guys, we have a small regional plane that is landed, and welcome small passenger plane 50 out of, wow, this, okay, so remember we have our one-way road system. Oof, this in real life, this would not really work out, but, oh, it cut the corner over there. But what you're gonna see is something interesting. The plane is gonna probably disappear as soon as it unloads the passengers. Okay. So as you can see that the plane is still there, but it disappeared. Now, I think I understand the reason behind that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the airport and go to the airport area information. So far you can see a couple things. So our airport is still very young and you can see that, okay, wow, okay, sure, it's flown from there. Okay, so you can see that we have 100% used our plane. Or does that make sense? Hold on. The chart shows how many available passengers seats are used on an average flight. So, okay, they're used. So that means we're 100% booked. So that means we actually need to build more plane stands. Wow. Okay. So we are 100% booked. Sorry. This is what I have not seen this before. So this is like a natural shock reaction. Our passenger count is 50-50 coming going. That's perfect. And so far that's pretty cool. Okay, so now just going through more of our stats, you can see that our passenger count is 795 and our attractive score is 620 out of 1,000. Now let's go into our policies really quick. Hotel discount, what does that do? It adds a bonus of 200 points to your attractive. Oh, we want that. We want to make our airport more attractive. Then the next one is the great maintenance, adds value to the land. So what I'm going to do before I click on this is I'm going to zoom out a little bit and we're going to go over here and nope, that is outside connections. We are looking for the land value. So give me 1 second. Okay, so this is the land value before. So it's averaging 38 cents for the land itself. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on this airport. We're going to add the great maintenance. Let's just see what it does. Does it make a massive difference? Wow, okay. It makes it a much better place to actually start a business. It basically added a huge amount of land value to the overall airport. Now the last one is car rentals. Tourists are more likely to use cars to increase traffic. I'm going to stay away from that one. I don't want this to be a traffic nightmare. That's just me. If you want to do it, tell me in the comment section below if you have added it before. Like, you know, what did you find it helpful? And as you can tell, we also have, this is a large plane and it looks really, really good. So what other things can our airport do? So let's go back to this airport area information. So we already went through the policies. Let's go over the airline. So what the airline is let's see if I can make Sports Monkey Air, or we're gonna call it Sports Air. Sports Air for short for Sports Monkey Air. So right now, you can, okay, so you can, all right, so when you change the logo, you change the name of it. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this logo, and we're gonna call it Sports Air for Sports Monkey Airlines. All right, and then if we can change the color, no, and okay, for some reason I cannot change the name of the airline. That is very odd, but anyways, this is also the beta version like I mentioned before, so that could be one of the reasons. So you can also change the color of the airline itself. I'm gonna go with a bright yellow. I know that might not be the most beautiful looking color, but we can try it out. Now what you can do is you can adjust the ticket price of your airline. Now I'm going to increase mine to about $76, and this will help our airport make more money and our airline more money. So right now we get projected income of $4,115. Now an attractive modifier. Now that is going to be interesting. Now remember, oops, wrong button. I want to X that out. So now remember we added these plane stand. Wow, I think our color yellow is ugly. Our plane stands and our hangars. Well, what we're gonna have to do is eventually add more of those. We're not gonna do that now, but we're just going through, like I said, we're just going through what the airport looks like and what it can do. And wow, that yellow looks horrific. Ugh. Anyways, we'll change that as time goes on. But guys, I just wanted to show you guys, oh, those buildings do not, oh boy, that, our commercial building's already upgraded to the max size. That is not what we're looking for. Yikes. Anyways, guys, this is all I wanted to show off for today. Besides, I have to get rid of that. While I'm off camera, I'm going to get rid of that yellow. But for today, guys, thank you guys for watching. This was just an example of City Skylines and the airport DLC and what you're able to do. It just keep things very simple. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, please comment in the comment section below. But we're going to level this up, and I am definitely going to adjust the airline color. That yellow is ugly. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.